Joining us now, Mike Detmer, a Republican congressional candidate in Michigan. And Mike, you were at that American Patriot rally in Lansing last week. Bring us up to speed. What was really happening there? I know we just played a clip of it, but what'd you make of the rally?
Yeah, that was Ryan Kelly. Ryan Kelly is the main organizer, basically the leader of the Saving America rallies, American Patriot rallies. And, you know, that whole event was designed to, number one, show solidarity for our Constitution, our Bill of Rights, and the Second Amendment, but also to show unity. And one thing that happened was that Black Lives Matter did show up to disrupt, even though our group had that space permitted. We spent the money on it. We let them stay there, and it was designed to show that we can have a peaceful dialogue without the violence. And really, the whole onus behind this rally, as we see across the nation, we see all of this violence. We see peaceful protests turning into violent riots. We see destruction of property, personal and public, statues being torn down all over the place. The people that are doing those things are really hijacking the message of Black Lives Matter or any other group that's out there trying to exercise their First Amendment rights.
Right.
So this event was really designed to show that you can have a dialogue and discussion without having to burn down the world.
And what was the result of it? What happened next?
Well, you know what? There were a number of protesters that came and laid down on the concrete in the middle of the crowd that was there, and then they broke up into different groups. And then at one point, Ryan Kelly actually had, and I don't know if I sent you the photo or not, but he actually had a very good dialogue with one of the leaders of Black Lives Matter that was there. They even set up a time to have dinner. Now, I don't know if that's happened or not, because the following night, Black Lives Matter was out there in Lansing in front of the Capitol, tagging the streets and spray painting graffiti. So, you know, I don't know what's happening there, but it's really a shame that we can't at least have a discussion about this without getting crazy.
Where's the governor been in all of this? I know we had you on the program earlier. We talked about Governor Gretchen Whitmer's response to coronavirus. Of course, now when people wanted to protest getting back to work, she was very dismissive of that. But now has her response changed to when these protests have a different message?
Well, she hasn't really said anything at all, because there's been some destruction in the city of Lansing. In fact, when we were holding the rally just across the street from the Capitol, there are several buildings with whole banks of windows smashed out that are boarded up from prior nights where there were riots going on, and she's been totally invisible. She's been invisible during this. And then a couple nights ago, when Black Lives Matter was out spraying graffiti, the state police were present. They did nothing about it. So my guess is that she gave them a stand-down order to just let them do whatever they were going to do, and that's terrible. I mean, we cannot have that.
Yeah, we've seen some leadership deciding to take a back seat, not only in Michigan, but out in Seattle as well. And it's just fascinating to see how it all plays out with protests really taking over. Mike Detmer, he's a Michigan congressional candidate. Thank you for coming on today's program and sharing your experience. We appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
You got it. Still ahead, one U.S. attorney